Breaking news, the Israel-Hamas ceasefire has been broken. In these early hours after midnight here in Israel, the Israel Defense Forces resumed bombing the Gaza Strip in what is a clear break from the ceasefire that had been, for the most part, holding since it came into effect back on January 19th, nearly 2 months ago. Now, our CBS News team on the ground in Gaza tells us that there are reports of dozens of airstrikes up and down the strip, that dozens of people have been killed, and that many others are under the rubble, with houses, schools, shelters, and tents all being struck.
And now we have seen, after Israel blocked aid to Gaza for the last 2 weeks, it is now conducting extensive airstrikes in the Gaza Strip and making very clear in the statement from the Prime Minister's office tonight that they intend to continue to escalate that military action.
Good evening. Breaking news tonight out of the Middle East. Israeli fighter jets are currently striking the Gaza Strip. The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is over. Reports from inside Gaza indicate there are extensive Israeli strikes taking place across the Strip in major population centers like Gaza City and the southern city of Rafah.
The Israeli regime is bombing Gaza right now. They're bombing Gaza right now. They broke the ceasefire. Do not believe any of the lying media outlets that are saying that they were not the ones who broke the ceasefire. They were. That's why they're bombing Gaza right now. They were already starving Gaza before they started bombing it, breaking the ceasefire.
يا الله، مربع كامل تم استهدافه. يا الله رحمتك يا رب.
Well, the Trump administration and the White House were consulted by the Israelis on their attacks in Gaza tonight. And as President Trump has made it clear, Hamas, the Houthis, Iran, all those who seek to terrorize not just Israel, but also the United States of America will see a price to pay. All hell will break loose. And all of the terrorists in the Middle East, again, the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, Iranian-backed terror proxies, and Iran themselves should take President Trump very seriously when he says he is not afraid to stand up for the United States of America and our friend and our ally, Israel.
Under the Trump administration, Israel has restarted the war in Gaza, and reports are saying these were massive airstrikes. Now, this is 2 months after President Biden got them to sign a ceasefire.
Guys, vote for whoever you want, but shut the fuck up about Donald Trump being worse on Palestine.
I'm voting for Dr. Jill Stein.
Jill Stein, you have my vote.
Days before the presidential election in the U.S., the Abandon Harris campaign is rallying support for Green Party candidate Jill Stein, who they support because of her anti-war stance and commitment to advocating for an immediate ceasefire in Palestine's Gaza. However, the Abandon Harris campaign argues,
by voting for Jill Stein, we are showing that there is a change. Change can come.
If you don't want to vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris.
Daniel Musri. I live in North Carolina and I'm here visiting Michigan.
Why are you here in this event today?
To push the swing state of Michigan not to vote for Kamala Harris and to vote for Jill Stein. The issue is that Michigan has an effect on the entire country. If in Michigan, where we have the largest concentration of Arab Americans, Kamala Harris still wins, then it would be a defeat for all of us. To encourage everyone we know in Michigan to vote against Kamala Harris as step one, and step two, so that we can count our votes, we need those votes to go for Jill Stein.
And, you know, the whole, oh, if you vote for Stein, then you're voting for Trump. No, that's not true. If you vote for Jill Stein, you're voting for Jill Stein, okay? So whoever wins, if it's one of the two, whatever, that's not my problem.
Did you vote in November?
Stein.
Not just Democrats saying you're helping Donald Trump. Donald Trump is saying, he said at a rally, Jill Stein, I like her very much. You know why? She takes 100% from them. Donald Trump
seems to like your candidacy. Steve Bannon has said the same thing. Why? According to the Associated Press, just last week, Jefferson Thomas, a longtime Republican Party operative from Colorado, submitted petition signatures that his GOP law firm gathered on behalf of your campaign in New Hampshire. Republicans are cynically working to get you on the ballot. The Republicans, it's not just Republicans saying you're helping the Republicans. You yourself seem to endorse that message, Jill Stein, over the weekend. You liked a comment on Instagram which said, and I quote, "The Dems need to be stopped. Either vote for Trump, or if you can't, then vote Green."
We're voting for Trump. And that's the sentiment, not just of an 8-year-old, but of an entire community.
I'm not just voting for Trump. I am endorsing him and telling my community to vote for him as well.
I voted for Donald Trump. The initial reason why I voted for him was that he promised to bring stability to the Middle East and, to focus more of our resources on our country.
Who voted for Trump are my cousins, my friends.
We support Donald J. Trump for his commitment to promoting family values and protecting our children's well-being, especially when it comes to curriculums and schools. We are with President Trump because we want a strong border.
What brought you out here tonight? Abandon Harris brought me out here tonight. We are telling people that they have to vote against genocide.
I want to make one thing very, very, very clear. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win. Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. I will vote for Satan if I have to. I don't care who we gotta deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you fucked up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I don't care who we vote for. I'm voting for an independent candidate, either Jill Stein or Cornel West. I know they're not gonna win. We're gonna make sure, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that bitch does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election.
And ultimately, I remain committed to a path forward that can lead to a two-state solution. Two-state solution is the only path, and one that ensures Palestinians can finally realize the freedom, security, and prosperity that they rightly deserve.
Kamala Harris is looking real good now, huh? I said Kamala Harris is looking real good now, huh?
Y'all wanted to play the fuck around game so goddamn badly. Well, you are fixing to find out very bigly.